City News everywhere.
Good evening. Usually Canada Day means fireworks and big gatherings in places like Celebration Square here in Mississauga. Due to COVID-19 restrictions, that won't be happening this year. Pandemic or no pandemic, there are growing calls to cancel Canada Day across the country. Indigenous activists say it's the right thing to do, considering the recent discovery of the remains of 215 Indigenous children at a former residential school in Kamloops, BC.
I would question whether or not it's a celebration, but instead maybe a really important time to acknowledge all of the deaths of these children across the country, honor them, memorialize them.
Wilmot Township in southwestern Ontario has cancelled Canada Day festivities this year in light of the Kamloops discovery. They will instead be offering a public art experience. Nearby, the city of Waterloo also tells City News Canada Day is an occasion to recognize that Indigenous peoples are the original peoples, and adds Canadians should spend that day learning about truth and reconciliation.
I would like to begin by acknowledging that the land on which we gather today is the land traditionally used by the Haudenosaunee, Anishinaabe, and Neutral people.
Like last year, there won't be a large event due to COVID-19 restrictions. Instead, Waterloo will be presenting 7 temporary public art installations in parks throughout the city, including Indigenous voices. Victoria, BC has also cancelled celebrations, with Mayor Lisa Help saying the community will instead explore and reflect on what it means to be Canadian in light of recent events.
People need to understand that Canada wasn't a joyous creation. It was created on the backs of the genocide, dispossession of Indigenous peoples.
The City of Toronto previously announced the cancellation of all in-person events through to Labor Day due to COVID restrictions, including Canada Day. Yesterday, Mayor John Tory says there's debate on whether it should be a day to celebrate or reflect.
I would come to kind of try to come to a balanced position in the middle, because we have so much to celebrate in this country in terms of how we do care for people. But, the need is also there this year for us to reflect on things that have happened in our history, sometimes long ago history and sometimes more recent, that we can't be proud of.
The chair in Indigenous governance at Ryerson University says the focus should be on meaningful action, adding Canada needs to put funding and resources towards what the Indigenous community needs at this moment.
To ensure that every First Nation in this country has the ability to locate, identify, and return the children in all of these unmarked and mass graves across the country.
The City of Toronto says they will be holding a virtual celebration. Details of the programming will be released closer to July 1st. The Indigenous group Idle No More says they too will be holding an online event called Cancel Canada Day in an effort to disrupt celebrations.